This is CBN NewsWatch.
And thank you so much for joining us. I'm Ephraim Graham. The California GOP is relieved to have a candidate at the top of the ticket this fall. Republican John Cox, a businessman from San Diego, brought in enough votes in the Tuesday primary to advance to the general election in November. He'll oppose Democrat Gavin Newsom. Because of California's unusual primary system, the top two primary candidates go on to the general election regardless of party. Democrats hoping to take control of the U.S. House in the fall have spent millions in California. Their goal, pick up 10 House seats in the Golden State while adding 13 other new seats nationwide to take over as the majority party. But so far, it looks like it will take days to sort out California's competitive races, given the state's unique election laws. Regent University's Eric Patterson says the high stakes and concern over the country likely drove many to the polls.
The people who showed up to vote were galvanized by a sense that the country's headed in the wrong direction. Republicans feel that way in California about a liberal state that's getting crazier and more liberal. Democrats feel that way in a country led by Donald Trump. And so the people who went to the polls yesterday, the reason that they did so was because they had a sense that things are out of control. They want the country to be headed in the right direction.
Longtime California Senator Dianne Feinstein did win her party's nomination Tuesday. It is not clear yet if a Republican earned enough votes to oppose her come November. Palestinians in Gaza are launching continuous attacks against the border with Israel. In recent weeks, tens of thousands have tried to breach the border fence and infiltrate the southern Israel to attack Jewish communities. But they don't have to cross the border, and they don't have to fire rockets to damage southern Israel. As Chris Mitchell reports now, they have a new weapon to fire.
It can't get much more low-tech than this. Yet the flying fire kites or balloons have caused extensive damage to southern Israeli crops and nature reserves.
As you see, it's burned from a kite that the Palestinians sent us as a present 3 weeks ago.
Ofer Lieberman is the agriculture manager at Kibbutz Niram, less than a mile from the Gaza border. In the last 6 weeks, his kibbutz has lost 250 acres of wheat, 500 acres of cow pasture, and 25 acres of trees that were older than the state of Israel.
We stand here with tractors and equipment. When we see the fire, we just run with the tractors and try to stop it as quickly as we can.
It's part of the Great March of Return, where tens of thousands of Palestinians repeatedly attack the border fence with Israel. Palestinians posted this video with triumphant music on Facebook showing border infiltrations. Some have been killed or captured trying to do so. Israel is working on solutions to combat this latest weapon, and some are calling for targeted assassinations for those who are sending the kites. But Israeli Construction and Housing Minister Yoav Gallant says the Palestinians are desperate.
The kites and the civilian so-called marches towards defense are signs of frustration because all the operational military ways were almost blocked by Israel. The sea is closed, the land is closed. It's very difficult to hit Israel by rockets and missiles because of Iron Dome. We are in a project that will block eventually the tunnels. Despite the trouble, Lieberman says he still has friends in Gaza.
I speak with them about once a week. My friends say that a lot of people in Gaza want the Israeli get inside to throw out the Hamas.
Lieberman says his kibbutz is growing, and he's optimistic for the future.
Here it's heaven, 23 hours a day. 1 hour it's hell, but normally this place it's heaven. I hope it will be like this 24 hours a day, and I hope that we will live in peace.
Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Here now is a look at some of the other big headlines we are following for you today inside the CBN newsroom. A new evacuation order has set off panic in Guatemala. Its disaster agency issued new orders Tuesday for a half-dozen communities near the volcano of fire. As you can see, dozens of people walking down roadsides, carrying their children and all that they could grab. Sunday's volcanic blast left 75 people dead. More than 190 are now missing. New York fashion icon Kate Spade has died. She was found in her Manhattan home following an apparent suicide Tuesday. The news has shocked the fashion industry, but those closest to her say the designer was struggling with mental illness. She was 55 years old. President Trump and North Korean dictator Kim Jong Un will meet at a luxury resort in Singapore for nuclear talks next week. The historic meeting will be held at the Capella Hotel on June 12th. The president hopes to secure a nuclear deal with the North Koreans, though he stressed last week the process would likely take longer than just one single meeting. Remember, you can find more on these stories throughout the day at cbnnews.com. Monday's Supreme Court decision established that a Colorado baker did the wrong thing. Colorado did the wrong thing when its civil rights commissioners disparaged and belittled a baker. Jack Phillips accused him of a crime, refusing to bake a cake for a gay wedding. But the Supreme Court did not rule on the big religious liberty question in the case. And as Heather Sells reports, that means more challenges for Christian wedding vendors.
Colorado baker Jack Phillips and many people of faith are celebrating this week's Supreme Court win. The Trump administration also appreciated the ruling.
The Supreme Court rightly concluded that the Colorado Civil Rights Commission failed to show tolerance and respect for his religious beliefs.
You had a state civil rights commission telling Jack Phillips that your views are detestable.
The ruling could also dramatically affect Washington florist Barronelle Stutzman. The Supreme Court will decide this week whether to hear her case. Her attorneys believe they have a stronger argument since the Washington Attorney General has repeatedly demeaned her faith. Legal experts say Tuesday's decision might even open the door to overturning local ordinances that outlaw sexual orientation discrimination, if it can be shown that they were passed as a result of hostility towards people of faith. In the meantime, Christian wedding vendors should carefully follow the law, especially in cities or states that outlaw sexual orientation discrimination.
You are certainly at risk. You are at risk of a lawsuit that could go on for years. You're at risk of losing your business.
Regent law professor Brad Jacobs also advises these vendors to follow Phillips' example. Make it known that they serve gay customers, but won't create something for a gay wedding.
They should make it clear that they will sell all sorts of products to gay people.
Even following that course, there are still many legal landmines to dodge until the Supreme Court provides a clear answer. Heather Sells, CBN News.
A U.S. District Court is blocking the federal government from enforcing an Obama-era abortion pill mandate against Christian colleges in Indiana and California. The mandate requires employers to provide abortion-inducing drugs, sterilization, and contraception through their health plans. The court also says the law violates the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, which was signed by President Clinton in 1993. Alliance Defending Freedom attorneys represented Grace College and Seminary in Indiana and Biola University in California. A political eruption threatens Washington, D.C. this week. The Inspector General report on how the FBI handled Hillary Rodham Clinton's email scandal is expected any day. CBN national security correspondent Eric Rosales has this closer look at who could face charges in the case.
The conclusions from this Department of Justice Inspector General report have the potential to be a bombshell. A report some say could end with indictments on some key players here in D.C., including the former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton herself.
There's no question that by setting up a home server to handle all of her official government communications, including classified materials, that fits the very definition of gross negligence.
The report is also expected to show why then FBI Director James Comey initially cleared Hillary Clinton in July 2016 in the middle of her presidential campaign. Both the Senate Judiciary Committee and House Oversight Committee are preparing to have Justice Department Inspector General Michael Horowitz appear before them later this month. The report will also look deeper into the unusual private meeting between then Attorney General Loretta Lynch and President Bill Clinton on an airport tarmac. It happened only days before Comey announced the FBI would not seek criminal charges in the email server case.
That was improper, I think. It wasn't ethical for that to happen, and the IG has got to look at that. And things like the fact that both Huma Abedin and Cheryl Mills were quickly granted immunity by the FBI without any real explanation as to why that was needed or why it was done.
The report has already resulted in a criminal referral for former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, who was fired after it was discovered he leaked information to the Wall Street Journal. Eric Rosales, CBN News, Washington.
Coming up, 1 in 3 adults in the U.S. has a tough time finding work because of a criminal record. Stay tuned to see how one employer is changing that trend through coffee. 1 in 3 adults in America can't get a job because they have a criminal record. And even when they do find work, it rarely matches their skills and interests. As Heather Sells shows us, statistics like that drove a Chicago software engineer to start I Have a Bean, a coffee roasting company to hire former felons.
Pete Leonard first developed a love for fresh roasted coffee during a missions trip to Brazil. After returning home, he made his own roaster in his Weber grill. Around the same time, he noticed a relative out of prison and unable to find work.
And I watched what happened to him from getting out of the prison system and then trying to get back into normal society, and it was virtually impossible.
And Leonard's loved one isn't the only one facing this uphill battle. More than 70 million Americans have a criminal background, and Dr. Karen Swanson, who leads the Institute of Prison Ministries at Wheaton College, finds most employers simply don't want to hire them.
If they check the box that asks if they have a felony record or criminal record, then many employers just throw the application out.
Pete Leonard's solution: take advantage of America's love for coffee by creating a coffee roasting company and hire former felons to run it.
We choose coffee rated in the top 1% from a quality standpoint, and we employ people who have a felony conviction on their record to do all of the work.
It's a match made in coffee heaven. U.S. prisons release more than 500,000 people each year, and at the same time, Americans are drinking 400 million cups of coffee a day, driving specialty sales up 20%. One of Leonard's early hires, Louis Dooley, left prison after serving time for armed robbery and attempted murder.
It was scary, it was difficult, and I just wanted to go back in because I didn't know how to cope. I didn't know how to live out here. I couldn't find a job. That was the biggest thing.
Louis became a believer and worked hard to turn his life around while behind bars. Still, no employer would take a chance.
Once I explained the nature of my offense, they were just like, we can't hire you. So I understood. I probably wouldn't hire someone like me either. No work experience, 35 years old. I got robberies, attempted murder. In my background, I'm not the ideal or model employee that you want to have.
Amy ran into similar dead ends. In addition to a banking resume, her paperwork included a white-collar crime conviction. Neither applicant could get past a small box. It's on most applications and must be checked for a criminal record or conviction.
Companies say that they hire, people with records, etc. But no, it's been filled. You just don't even get an interview. You don't even get in the door.
But at I Have a Bean, both Amy and Louis got in the door.
We all make mistakes. Some of us go to prison for them. Others of us should have gone to prison, didn't. And others just skate by. The fact is, it really puts us all in the category of sinners. So we're not concerned with what you did then. What we're concerned with is, who are you today?
Not every hire is out of prison, but in the past 9 years, Leonard has hired 35 people with a background. And today, all but 2 are the success stories he believed could happen. This positive result is no accident. Leonard carefully vets each employee. He finds out if they've worked to rebuild their lives while behind bars and whether they've stuck to that path after leaving. He's also a stickler for quality.
I want our employees to be understanding that the reason we're able to pay them a salary is because they produce great product, not because we've guilted somebody in the public to donating money to us because we have a great mission.
Leonard is more than a boss, he's a witness. watching his employees transform from down and out to confident and marketable. Today, Lewis oversees a ministry for inmates, and Amy manages the front office for I Have a Bean. Dr. Swanson believes this concept could become a game changer for millions who need a second chance.
This is a great opportunity for the church and the Christian community to help formerly incarcerated people to become entrepreneurs or to hire them.
That experience can lead not just to increased marketability, but to a shot at restoration and a new productive life. Reporting in Wheaton, Illinois, Heather Sells, CBN News.
And when we come back, we'll turn to health news. It is called the source of all chronic diseases, and you are putting your life at risk, whether you know it or not. Hear how you can break your sugar addiction and restore your health. That's coming up next. New research shows people who consume lots of sugar are more than twice as likely to die from heart disease. Lori Johnson shows us that is just one of the reasons to make giving up sugar your New Year's resolution, including artificial sweeteners.
When we think of addiction, we tend to focus on drugs and alcohol, but more doctors say we should also consider sugar.
Sugar is the source of all chronic disease. It's one of the biggest contributors, and we know that solid tumors, cancers, feed on sugar.
Dr. Vincent Pedre is one of a growing number of physicians warning consuming too much sugar not only fuels cancer, but also heart disease and Alzheimer's.
And let me clarify that, because when I say consuming too much sugar, people think, well, I don't eat dessert, so I don't have a lot of sugar. But then they're eating bread, rice, pasta, or scones. They're not thinking of that as sugar, but sugar comes from all of these sources. We break down the carbohydrates and they become sugar.
An estimated 3/4 of Americans are addicted to sugar and don't know it. But food manufacturers do. They add sugar to nearly everything, including things that might not seem sweet, like crackers and yogurt, to keep customers coming back for more. Most people might be shocked to discover they consume 100 times more sugar than their ancestors did back in the 1800s. And that's at the root of their health issues.
Bloating, abdominal pain, but also sinus congestion, mental fog, memory issues, fatigue, achiness, joint pains. These are all symptoms of consuming too much sugar in all of its forms. But people don't connect the two.
Scientists used lab animals to prove sugar is even more addictive than illicit drugs.
So sugar stimulates the same parts of the brain as cocaine. So I tell people that sugar is cocaine for your brain. And by that I mean it affects the dopamine pathways. And dopamine is the neurotransmitter that makes you feel good, that things are great.
A little is never enough.
Because that's the design of the neural circuit in the brain. It's gonna want more hits. And it keeps wanting more and more because it becomes desensitized to small amounts.
That's why he recommends quitting sweets cold turkey.
The craving is not gonna last longer than 10 to 20 minutes. So if you don't give in to the craving initially, eventually it's gonna pass because your body is gonna realize that it doesn't really need that for survival.
Or at least substituting whole fruit.
Now, the chocolate chip cookie is gonna be a much faster hit for the brain. So you get that quicker satisfaction. If you have a fruit, let's say an orange or some berries, you need to give it a little more time. The feedback is gonna happen, it's just gonna take a couple of minutes.
When it comes to sugar substitutes, while whole fruit is okay, avoid artificial sweeteners because research shows they're actually worse than the real thing. In his book, Happy Gut, Dr. Pedre explains that artificial sweeteners harm our immune system by disrupting the bacteria in our digestive tract.
It reduces a type of bacteria that tends to be found in lean, healthy people. and it increases another type of bacteria in this genus called Bacteroidetes that is found in people that are obese.
Studies show people who regularly use artificial sweeteners gain more weight. Their ingredients trigger insulin resistance.
If you're becoming deaf and you have to turn the volume up higher, your body is becoming deaf to the signal, the insulin signal. So your body jacks up the insulin. But if insulin is high, what happens is it tells your body, it turns on genes that say, store fat.
The good news, intermittent fasting can often reverse insulin issues. That means, for instance, going without food for 12 hours.
The idea behind intermittent fasting is that when you're not eating, you're allowing your insulin levels to drop. You're allowing insulin receptors to reset. So then what's happening towards the end of the fast is you're increasing insulin sensitivity. So you're making your body insulin sensitive again.
Intermittent fasting also repairs our cells and turns on longevity genes. So it might not be easy, but giving up sweets in their many forms, including artificial sweeteners, could pay off big time. Lori Johnson, CBN News.
Yet more reasons to kick the sugar habit. Stay with us. There's much more CBN NewsWatch coming up, and it's coming up right after this. It's time now for your Wednesday word, and today's word is joy. Did you know that no one can take it from you? Remember, your joy is found in Jesus, and the joy of the Lord is truly your strength. It is a strength like no other. With that word, I encourage you to make this a joyful Wednesday. That's going to do it for this edition of CBN NewsWatch. Remember, you can find more of our exclusive coverage of the issues you care most about always at cbnnews.com. And we'd love to hear what you think about the stories you've seen here today. You can do that by emailing newswatch@cbn.com. Of course, you can always reach out and touch us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hope you will have a wonderful Wednesday and join us right back here again, same time tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody, and God bless.